Good morning. I've remembered her name. It's Carol Kirkwood. I can remember, maybe 20 years ago, kind of like men of all my age, I guess, at that time would have been kind of tuning into the weather forecast in millions and never listened to a word of what she was saying. Anyway, good morning. It's Sunday the 25th of November and it's just after 8 o'clock and I've just parked the van up where I finished the walk yesterday in Zennor at the Tinner's Arms. My plan for today, I've got to be honest, I'm stepping out onto the yellow brick road again today. Yesterday I didn't expect to see anyone at all and I had such a splendid day with all of these people that I met, and I spent probably again an awful lot of time talking, nearly as much as I did walking really, but it was absolutely brilliant and I've got to say that was one of the best days I've ever had on this whole adventure. The people that I met and everything and just the atmosphere and the way it all just happened, and that's what I really love about this. I've said this many times before, I've got no idea how the day is going to pan out, whether it's going to be good or bad, or it's not very often is it bad, and usually that's only caused by my own mistakes. But today I'm putting myself in a bit of a perilous position in a way. I mean, the last resort, let's put it this way, if I can't get back from either Pendeen or sent just back to Zennor here, then I'm just going to have to get a taxi. And it's not going to be that expensive. It's not going to be any more than 20 quid, I would have thought, at the very most. And the reason for that is I checked out the buses this morning and there are no buses on a Sunday, not the bus service that I was looking at. And it's only a distance of about maybe, I don't know, somewhere between 7 and 10 miles from here to St Just. And I've got every confidence of reaching there today. I've made a very early start. I've taken my boots off and I'm back into my trainers. So there's a spring in my step. I'm walking very quickly now as it happens, because this is my normal pace with boots. I just couldn't really do it. So I don't know what time I'm going to get finished. I don't know what the coastal path is going to be like. I'm nearly there now. I've nearly reached it at Zennor Point. I've just got a little bit further to go, and I'm hoping that the mud from yesterday will have cleared up. The weather forecast for today is no rain, let's put it that way. It says cloud actually, but there's not many clouds around at the moment. It's a bit cold. I'm glad I've got wrapped up again, and I'm glad I've got my gloves on and my hickey neck warmer, which is absolutely wonderful. This is really, really lovely. It really does help. And so I'm just going to see how far I get, and I'll just have to twist and turn a bit later on. And the way my run of luck is going in terms of meeting people combined with getting lifts and things like this has been a good run, and I've not got myself into a serious jam yet, but I'm sure that I'll be able to cope with anything. Right, now let me just have a look at this. Pendeen, watch, 7 miles this way. So here we go. ladies. It's alright.
Running a photo.
I'm making a film about walking around Britain, so you're on it. Good morning.
Hello.
You alright?
How are you today?
Lovely morning, isn't it?
It's a beautiful one.
Fantastic. It's nearly 10 o'clock now, and I've been going for 2 hours or thereabouts, and I've only done around about 9,000 steps, which is around about sort of 4 to 4.5 miles, so I've still got a good way to go. And so if you think about that, it's taken me 2 hours to do just over 4 miles, which more or less tells you that I've been walking on all this bouldery stuff again. Not as bad as yesterday, and it's certainly not as wet as yesterday, even though in parts it still is a bit swampy. I've changed from my boots back to my trainers. I think it was a good idea yesterday to wear my boots, and I think it's been an even better idea to change back into my trainers today. I'm getting on much quicker. It's not as bad as it was yesterday. There's no more rain. I don't think there's been any more rain anyway. And now I think I've actually cleared the area where there were all these boulders. It seems, looking ahead of me, there's another change in the kind of landscape, and we're going back to sort of quite high cliffs, which suggests to me there's going to be quite a lot more steeper ups and downs, but it's going to be flat on the top, and I'll be able to get a move on under those circumstances. It's 11 o'clock now, and I'm just taking another break. Even though I only took a break an hour ago, this is quite heavy going again now. It's not wet, it's just, I'm back onto the stones again and the boulders and stuff, and it really does slow you down. I've just checked on my Fitbit and I've walked 6 miles up to now, which is quite reasonable. Nearly 6 miles, that is, 5.7 to be precise, and I've still got quite a way to go. I can actually see the lighthouse ahead of me at the sort of Pendeen Head, I think that's the name of it, and it looks sort of nearer than it is actually. There's still one or two hills between here and there, and one or two sort of slight estuaries, but I'm doing okay. I'm not panicking. I've only been walking 3 hours. I've still got 5 hours of daylight left, so I'm still hopeful of reaching St Just, even though I know I'm going to be very tired at the end of it. Well, I've been walking all day, as you know, and I've been talking to you every 2 hours and telling you that I'm going to meet somebody soon, and I've actually met them just as I've got Pendeen Lighthouse in view, just over the top of Sarah's Head. And this is Bruno, this is Sarah, and you're both from the States.
No. Sarah's from the States. I'm from France, actually.
From France. That's the most unusual sort of French accent I've ever heard.
No, I've lived in the States, but. Yeah.
Ah, right, okay. And so how long have you been here then, Sarah?
I've lived in the UK for 23 and a half years now, yeah.
And always in this particular area?
No, mostly in London, but we bought a house here about 6-7 years ago now. Love
Right.
it. Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's a really nice place to pick to live, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, I
It's
know
gorgeous.
you're at the very end of the line, though, aren't you? Really, you're miles
Any
away
further,
from
you
any-
fall off. Yep.
Yeah, you know, you couldn't really get any further southwest than this, could you?
No.
And we're
No.
just round the corner from Land's End, aren't we?
Indeed.
And what about you then, Bruno? You've obviously you obviously like it here as well. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Do you do any coastal path walking or anything like that? Now, are you into it?
Well, I do this walk every day with the dogs.
Yes.
So, but I don't venture really far.
Right.
But no, basically, what you've done today is my usual daily walk. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Because this is
Well, not that distance.
Right.
No, but parts of it. So
Yes.
in either direction from Morva.
I was going to say you'd need a medal if you was to do this,
No,
this particular stretch every day. I found it really challenging.
Yeah, no, it is.
And
It is,
I've been walking. I've walked 2,000 miles now. I would suggest that today and yesterday would probably.
This is April. April wants to say hello as well.
Hello. Look at this. Yeah, I'd say that these two are probably the most challenging that I've done on this entire walk. You know, it's
It does, yeah. You think you're very close, and then you have to go up and down quite a few times before
Yes.
you get to the next
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
It is, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's quite beautiful.
okay. Well, it was just a quick hello. I know the dogs are desperate for you to chuck that ball somewhere. There you go. Look, they're wonderful dogs, aren't they?
They are,
Fabulous dogs.
indeed.
They
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
And in fact, the other one who you didn't see on camera is called Zennor.
Oh,
So,
right. That's interesting. Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to
Very
meet
nice
you.
to
Good luck
meet
with
you
Check
the
me
rest
out
of
on
your walk.
YouTube and stuff. I think you'll enjoy it. There's some nice music on it, and if
Brilliant.
you like your music and stuff like that, and a bit of commentary and all the different people that I've met, and like from all over the world. You know, they've all been very interesting people, and they've all got a really good story to tell.
All
Well,
right.
good luck with the
Excellent.
rest of your travels.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
Nice
Thank
to meet you.
Bye bye
Bye-bye.
now. Bye bye. Well, I've reached Pendeen just about. I've passed the lighthouse. I've got the chimneys in the background there from the old tin mines and the National Trust property, and I met these two people. And
Hi.
your name is
Julie,
Julie
And Tony?
we're from St
and Tony.
Ives.
Yep.
Okay, and you're from St Ives.
Yes,
Really?
just near St
Ah,
Ives, yes.
that's interesting. I'm actually on a campsite at Elzeville.
Elzeville, yeah, we're just down the road from there.
That's where I'm staying.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
where
that's
where my
good.
campsite is.
Yeah, excellent.
It's a new campsite. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Lovely people.
Lovely time of year, I would think, as well.
Yeah.
Because
Very-
it's not crowded.
Not crowded.
Yeah.
Well,
Very busy
there's
in the
only
summer.
me there.
Oh, is it? You got it all to yourself?
Yeah, the
Oh,
whole
right,
thing,
okay.
everything, the shower, the washing machine, everything.
Oh, well, you're being very spoiled then. Yeah, lovely.
Very busy in the summer though.
I could imagine.
Very busy in the
But
summer.
they are lovely people.
Yeah.
They're a really nice young couple.
Everybody
Yeah, I
in
don't know them,
Cornwall's
but
lovely.
yeah,
Yeah,
nice
we are,
people.
and that's absolutely true. Yesterday I got a lift back from Zennor back to that site by a couple of ladies, and God, we did have a laugh. You know, I met them in the pub, and they were absolutely fabulous people.
That's
Yeah.
good.
And they just go out on a Saturday afternoon and, you know, looking for a bit of adventure. And they certainly found it
And on
with
a
me.
day like this.
Find it down
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Some lovely
Yeah.
walks. We love it down here.
So where in Yorkshire are we going back to then?
Well,
Whereabouts?
Hull. I'm from Hull.
Oh, from
Right.
Hull, yeah.
Yes.
So you're going to walk all the way round to Hull?
Yes.
So it'll be like about 2030 before you get home then?
Well, no, it'll be about April next year.
Oh wow, so you're going to be down doing it all over Christmas?
Well, I'm not sure about that. I haven't made a decision. If the weather's like this, I probably will.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably
You know.
will be. It's lovely down here this time of year.
It's nice when you get a day like this. It's beautiful.
You need a dog.
Yeah.
So you do walks yourself on the path then?
Yeah, whenever I can, different sections, and
Yes.
you know, sometimes quite long sections with friends that come down, you know,
Yes.
and it's just lovely walking by the ocean. That's what's
Yes,
nice about
absolutely.
it, of course. You know.
And now that we've turned the corner from the North Cornwall, we're in this like no man's land before we get to South Cornwall.
That's right.
aren't
You
we?
won't. Once you're to Land's End, you're on the other coast, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is lovely as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
You come from Land's End along the
Yeah.
bottoms.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. It's a big landmark.
You'll enjoy
It
this
is.
round here. It's fascinating when
Yeah.
you see it. It's the biggest preserved mine in the country, and it's huge. It's
Yeah,
really
it's
interesting.
quite
Wow.
interesting.
Yes, I'd like to have a look actually.
Yes,
That'd be
yeah,
nice. I might
yeah.
get some time tomorrow, perhaps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you probably will.
It's been lovely meeting you.
And you, Jim. Yeah, saying best of luck with your
Yes.
mammoth undertaking.
Thank you very much. Well, you know, I mean, that walk today was really tough actually,
Yeah.
all the way from.
It's a good walk.
Yeah, there is
it's
tough,
a
yeah.
tough walk all the way with the
Good
big
walk.
boulders and
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
quite
You know,
rocky.
That's the worst
Yeah.
part. You won't get anywhere as bad as that.
If
No,
you look in
I know,
the
I know.
That is the
Yeah,
worst
yeah.
part.
If you look in any of the guides to the coastal footpath walks in this particular area, the bit from St Ives to Zennor, then to Gurnet's Head into here is sort of classed as strenuous. It's because it's up and down and
Yes.
it's very rocky.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So you've done a good.
I would agree
good
with
job.
every word of that.
Because
Yeah,
you've just done it, so you know.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I compare it a little bit with the Pembrokeshire coastal
Yeah.
path, but I
Oh,
think
that's
this is a
lovely as
lot
Yes,
tougher.
yeah,
I think the
yeah.
Pembrokeshire one is probably more scenic with more beaches, but
Right.
this is a lot more rugged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I think
you know.
it's quite a bit more up and
Yeah.
down, and you say it's quite rocky. So
Yeah.
on a flat path, you're okay, but you're walking over rocks a lot of the time, and
Yes.
it's strenuous because you've got to be on your
It is.
careful, on your care all the time.
You've
Very
got to
much
watch
so.
every
ankle.
inch you walk. You've got to
Absolutely.
you've got to be
You've got to keep
your
looking down.
feet head down and watching where you're walking.
Look at the colour of the sea though. It's
Yeah.
always so
Beautiful,
blue.
isn't it?
I know, it's
Lovely.
fabulous, isn't it?
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We've got to walk at that
Yeah,
now.
right. Okay.
Nice to meet you.
And
I'll-
very nice to
I
meet you,
won't
Jim.
hold you up, yeah.
No, we'll look at your website now and
Good luck.
Thank
look
you
forward
very
to maybe
much.
seeing our own ugly faces on it.
Bye.
thank you, thank you. Well, I'm in the Tinners and I bumped into Tony and Julie again.
Yeah.
And so it's really nice to meet you again. I'm becoming a bit of a regular in this place.
nice
But it's a
place.
fantastic pub, isn't it?
Lovely pub.
It is. Yeah.
And John, the manager, is absolutely lovely.
Oh, you know his name now, yeah.
I left my van on the car park this morning at 8 o'clock before I set off.
Yeah.
And it says it costs £1 a day, and I've just been to see him. He said, I'm not worried about your pound. Just put your £1 away, you know what I mean? And I've got a lift back here by this young lady, so it's been a very successful day, even though I haven't seen many people on the walk. And it's been a really tough walk.
That's the best way when you're doing your walk, yeah.
Sorry?
I said that's the best way when you're doing a walk. It's nice to have it all to yourself.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. It's been a lovely day, and you know, it's still looking nice out there.
Hopefully you'll get some more nice days.
Yes.
Some more nice walks.
Yes, hopefully.
Yeah.
Been a pleasure meeting you again.
And you as well.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Jim.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Look forward
Have a
to
lovely